Under the sunny landscapes of California, a sinister presence is awakening. A seismic time bomb with a history spanning decades, if not centuries, lurks deep within the Earth's crust. The notorious San Andreas Fault is emitting clear warnings. Murmurs of an imminent earthquake that could devastate the region's foundations are proliferating. From the mysterious tremors in the town of Parkfield to the looming danger of the southern fault line, and the ominous spectre of a catastrophic event linked to the Cascadia subduction zone, the signs are unmistakable. Today let's delve into the unusual activity in the San Andreas Fault and the major earthquake that is waiting to happen. Don't forget to click on that subscribe button and like this video, as it's the best way to support this channel. Beneath the undulating hills and valleys of central California, a geological mystery has been unraveling for over a century. This phenomenon has both bewildered and fascinated scientists, offering intriguing insights into the enigmatic forces that sculpt our ever-evolving planet. At the core of this enigma lies the Parkfield segment of the infamous San Andreas Fault. Cutting through the quiet town of Parkfield, with a population barely exceeding 24, this particular stretch of the fault holds a seismic mystery that remains partially understood. Remarkably, this section of the San Andreas Fault experiences a striking regularity, shaking with moderate earthquakes around magnitude 6.0 at remarkably consistent intervals. Historical records uncover a fascinating pattern, with significant earthquakes striking in 1857, 1881, 1901, 1922, 1934, and 1966. Each time, the Earth's crust would groan and rumble, unleashing tremors that reverberated through the region like clockwork. This predictable cycle, averaging roughly 22 years between events, has turned Parkfield into an active laboratory. The most recent of these earthquakes occurred on September 28, 2004, when a magnitude 6.0 quake shook the area. Its effects were felt across the state and as far as the San Francisco Bay Area. Despite its moderate size, this event yielded invaluable data, enabling scientists to examine the intricate mechanics of fault rupture and the signs preceding such seismic occurrences. Realizing the research opportunities presented by this fault segment, an ambitious project was initiated. The San Andreas Fault Observatory at depth, located just north of Parkfield, involved a team of researchers undertaking a daring mission to drill nearly 2 miles into the core of the San Andreas Fault itself. By implanting an array of sensors deep within the Earth's crust, their aim is to achieve unmatched understanding of the intricate interplay of tectonic forces that dictate earthquake behavior. With time ticking away, many are curious whether the Parkfield section is poised for its next seismic event. In the tranquil landscapes of central California, a subtle yet threatening occurrence has been unfolding. The Earth's crust in this area has been emitting signals. The meticulous analysis of seismic data from the Parkfield section of the San Andreas Fault has unveiled a surprising pattern that demands attention. The research delves into the intricate behavior of seismic waves as they traverse the Earth's crust, exposing a phenomenon known as attenuation. This measure of how sound waves lose energy during their journey through rock can provide valuable insights into the stress conditions of the underground environment. While scrutinizing the data from the 2004 Parkfield earthquake, an alarming anomaly emerged. In the weeks preceding the seismic event, the attenuation of high-frequency waves drastically declined, while low-frequency waves experienced a corresponding increase. This divergence, a clear indicator of impending catastrophe, stemmed directly from the intense stress accumulating within the fault zone deep underground. The continuous movement of tectonic plates had been steadily opening and closing a network of cracks and fissures, altering the very structure of the rock. As stress mounted, lengthy fractures ranging from hundreds of feet to over a mile in length began to stretch open, while shorter fissures snapped shut, creating a complex underground mosaic of tension and distortion. Since 2021, attenuation measurements in Parkfield have once again sharply declined, mirroring the ominous drop observed prior to the 2004 quake. The countdown is on, suggesting that Earth's crust may be preparing for another violent release of energy. Further south along this notorious fracture in the Earth's crust, a far more serious threat looms. Here, in the densely populated regions of Southern California, a ticking time bomb awaits. In 2006, a study by a group of geophysicists sent shockwaves through the scientific community. Through meticulous analysis of decades' worth of data, the team uncovered a deeply unsettling reality. The southern segment of the San Andreas Fault had reached a critical stress threshold, making it susceptible to a catastrophic rupture of magnitude 7.0 or higher. This revelation carried chilling implications. The expansive metropolitan area surrounding Los Angeles, home to millions, was perched atop a seismic time bomb. The southern stretch of the fault, which traverses San Bernardino, Riverside, and Imperial counties in California, as well as the Mexican border region, had not undergone a significant release of built-up tectonic strain in over 3 centuries. As the Pacific and North American plates continued their relentless collision, enormous forces were steadily accumulating, stretching the fault line to its breaking point. With each passing year, the threat of a catastrophic rupture grew more pronounced. A significant earthquake along the southern San Andreas Fault would unleash devastation unparalleled in modern times. Older buildings, ill-prepared for such violent shaking, could collapse like houses of cards, while soil liquefaction in coastal areas could destabilize entire neighborhoods. Beyond the immediate epicenter, the shockwaves would ripple outward, shaking the very foundations of the region's infrastructure. Major transportation routes could be severed, disrupting vital supply lines and emergency response efforts. While the study served as a dire warning, it also underscored the critical need for readiness and proactive measures to mitigate potential impacts. Beyond the mysterious tremors of Parkfield and the imminent danger posed by the southern San Andreas Fault lies a spectre that has haunted the Pacific Northwest for centuries: the Cascadia subduction zone. This immense fault line, spanning from Vancouver Island to Northern California, represents a seismic time bomb capable of triggering a catastrophic event. In 2008, a groundbreaking study revealed a chilling connection between seismic activity along the northern San Andreas Fault and the southern extents of the Cascadia zone. Researchers uncovered a pattern that seemed beyond mere coincidence. Time and time again, significant earthquakes that shook the northern segments of the San Andreas Fault appeared to be intricately linked to simultaneous seismic events along the Cascadia subduction zone. This revelation held profound implications, suggesting that the San Andreas Fault might not operate in isolation but as part of a broader interconnected network of tectonic forces, capable of triggering a catastrophe of unprecedented scale. Termed the Big One by seismologists, this hypothetical scenario would entail a simultaneous rupture along the entire span of the San Andreas Fault, stretching from its northern reaches to the southern border with Mexico. Such an event could unleash an earthquake of magnitude 8.0 or higher, its repercussions felt globally. California would be severely affected, with shockwaves disrupting international markets and supply chains. Despite all available data suggesting that the fault is poised for the next major earthquake, the exact timing of the triggering event and when the earthquake will transpire remains unknown, adding an element of uncertainty that contributes to the gravity of the situation. Fortunately, nothing has happened as of yet, and the earthquakes that happen in the area are small in comparison to what is to come. What are your thoughts on the impending San Andreas Fault earthquake? Leave a reply in the comments section. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.